The only cheat code there is you doubling up the effort that you put in. There's no other cheat code to this thing. That's the only cheat code there is you doubling up. You saying instead of doing one thing, you doing two. That's the only cheat code there is. So if you really want to scale up in life, you got to double up on results. That's it. And some people try to use cheat codes such as AIs, bots, and stuff like that using the internet. But at the end of the day, it still is going to equate to the amount of value that you put in and you put out. And that's kind of like the biggest cheat code I could say there is for life. Is when you 10x the amount of value and the amount of effort that you do, that's when you start to win. Because why? You're 10xing your results. You're 10xing everything you do. So you may fail, but that failure is not going to equate to you losing as much as if you was on ground zero. You fail on ground zero and you lose, you're just losing more. But if you start to 10x and you build up rapport all the way to the number 10 or 20, and you get to level 20 or something, and you fail by 5, you're still at 15. You're still above 10. So that's the thing, is you want to always double up on everything you do. Effort, work, whether it's reading, whether it's working out, whether it's trades, not necessarily too many trades, but double down into your study in the trades, double down into the psychology of your marketing, double down into the results of everything. If you're reading a book a day, start reading two. If you're reading one page out of a book today, start reading like 2 pages out of a book today. And so that's what you want to do, is you want to double up your effort and what you put out. And so when you start to receive, you're receiving a whole lot more, if that makes sense. And so that's how you double up. That's the most logic way of actually winning in life. And push out more to receive more. Push out more to receive more. Push out more to receive more. So you just want to keep pushing out so you can keep receiving. That's it. And if you could focus on that for a long period of time, where it becomes second nature, then the old life you have is now just an old life, and now you're building on a newer life. And it may be hard at first, and you're going to fail, but you have to understand you have to fail in order to grow. And that's the only way you win, because that's where you get the life lessons from. That's when you learn the lessons. That's when you learn, oh, this doesn't work, that does work. Like my YouTube videos years ago compared to now is way different. And so now I'm doubling down. I don't know what works, so I'm putting out what I think works just to see what's right and wrong. And once I see this is right and this is wrong, now I know to stop doing the wrong things and keep growing on the right things. And so that's just the thing of you building knowledge and how to do things over time. Like, for instance, give you another example. If you're doing sales calls, if on your first week of sales calls, you're going to fail. It's a part of the process. It's a part of the process. It's like working out. If you're working out your first week, you should be experiencing muscle failure. And that's the thing, is it's a part of the process. So like, I remember a period of time, I first started with AT&T, and I just moved to Texas with my ex. And what we did is we just landed a contract. We needed cash, we needed money, and we just got this AT&T gig promoting home internet and stuff with AT&T. And so initially, I said what we need to do, I told her this, I'm going to work the first week since I kind of like done this before, and you just observe me. And then after that, you're going to fail your first week, but don't stress it out too much. Just be like, okay, I'm learning. After you get to that point of your learning phase, now what's going to happen is you're starting to say, okay, now I know this doesn't work. Now on the next call, I can do this. Instead of looking back at the past or what you've done wrong, you're looking at the future of what you can do right, if that makes sense. And that's what you want to focus your energy towards. What can you do right instead of looking at what you've done wrong? Because as soon as you keep looking back at what you've done wrong, and you're like, oh, this is going to beat you up, then you're going to keep making the same mistake. All right, once you do this, you keep moving forward, and you're looking pinnacly forward, right? If you're looking forward, then what's going to happen is you're going to say, okay, I'm doing this, I'm taking into consideration of this right here, and I'm adding this idea to my actions. And what happens is you start to grow. You start to make better and better changes in whatever the project or whatever campaign that you're doing, and that's how you grow in the long run. It's not an overnight process. It just takes work, and it also takes compounding effort. compounding effort. Like I always explain, compounding effort. Instead of just doing one thing, you're doing two. Instead of just doing two things, you're doing three. And so the odds of you losing in a particular day or time period is far less than you losing compared to just doing it one time. If I'm doing it 4 times, I got better odds than just doing it one time and saying I'm a winner. All right. If I'm doing this thing like 4 times a day, I'm going to succeed a whole lot better than if I'm just practicing 1 time a day. It's practice makes perfection. It's the same concept. All right. So understand that. And that's how you have major growth, like major growth. It's a stepping stool.